Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of our beautiful mega city here in Transport Fever 2. Guys, last episode we did a lot of expansions. We've added in more cargo areas. We slightly extended the bus routes as well, just kind of playing around and understanding the ideas behind where we can kind of, make them bigger and cover more area as a town does grow. But today, I want to grow it a little bit more. I want to add more percentage boosts to it so it kind of continues the natural growth. Now, currently, we're at 2,450. Let's just call it that. Right, let's remember it as that. We're going to see how far we can push it in today's episode. And what I want to do is I want to increase. Now, the cargo numbers, we know the max for these is 100. But they'll just keep going up as the town gets bigger. These are the ones I can't really play much around with. It's these two numbers up here, the public and the private transportation. So currently we're on 270 and 110. We're going to try and increase these. More importantly, we're going to increase the public transport. And how we're going to do this is, well, and remember when we added in more cities on this line and this line? Well, we're going to do it to this line. And this one's going to be slightly awkward because it kind of bends, but this line as well. We're going to add a few more towns, so each line has 5 cities on it. And then that really should boost those numbers and just cause extramental, I can't even say the word, huge growth for Foolstown. Now, once we've done that, we really are going to have to focus then on sorting out all the bus routes. We really are going to have to focus sorting that out. But that's a headache for next episode, okay? Right now, the target population growth is 3,600. It's still growing right in front of our eyes. Look at that. It's still growing, guys, right now. And it's going for a huge skyrocket as we speak. So the only thing stopping it from growing to these levels is time. I just have to give it time. So if you are enjoying this series, want to see how big Foolstown's going to become, don't rely on the recommended tab, guys. Subscribe to be notified if you are new around here. Smash the like button and leave a comment saying, Senic you fool, play some more, and we'll do just that. So let's start with my little trick that I like to do. Let me first get rid of this. Goodbye. And I've since discovered it's a lot easier if you just drag a road all the way down. Now that is getting a lot narrower to the train line, so you got to be a little bit careful, and we got to try and squeeze in a bunch of trains. Now if I quickly pause, because I've learned boys, it's easier to delete the train tracks, right, keeping this road parallel, wait for it to get past, bam, place the stations in, and then you're laughing all the way to the bank. Let me explain in just a moment. It's a way in which, because look how close it's getting to that one side right now, it becomes a little bit ridiculous trying to add a bunch of train stations to it. So it's a lot to delete. It is a lot to delete right now, but this makes life a lot easier. All right, keep this deleting going. Keep this deleting going. We go to there. Right, so we need to get stations in. There we go. Is it 160 or is it? I always forget what the size I've got to go for. I think it's a 240, isn't it? And we do 6 high speed, of course. 6 high speed, and that's how we've got to do it, right? Let me double check that this is the right size. Yes. So if I then place, and I'll do it on this side here, I'll place 1 there, move along, we'll do 1 there, so that's 3, and that will be 4, that'll be 5, oh, I could do 6, 7, 8, is that too many towns? Granted, they're going to be close by, they won't be able to grow to their full potential. They are a lot close by. I don't know if that's a good idea or not to do it like this. Do you know what? I'm going to do it. We'll utilize this one as a little bit of a test run. Now, theoretically, I should now be able to place down passenger buildings. And we want to do the smaller ones that I'm able to attach to it, which will be these. Bam, bam, bam. Right? It's as simple as that, boys. It's as simple as that. Bam, bam, bam. Move on to the next one. So I haven't done this on any other line, and that is adding maximum in. I will have to add cargo platforms, but I'll utilize that headache when I come to implementing cargo. I just want to focus on doing this with 8 cities in a row. Some a little bit closer than others, but that's all part of the fun, right? That's all part of the fun. Oh, this is exciting. And I wonder what we're going to expand the numbers to. So it was 270, 110. That's all I've got to remember. 270, 110. Now, we're going to get all of the train lines now connected. So train tracks, high speed, and just run it into here. Bam. 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 So this should be fairly easy to do. Now, they are quite close by, so the trains won't be going at full speed, but then again, they're going to be always stopping and starting anyway at each of these stations. So they're never, ever going to become full speed. Right, that's a bigger gap between 2 stations, isn't it? I think that's like a normal gap, if I was doing normal city kind of spacing. Into there. And you can see the difference right now, where this has now got a bend. Can I give it English? No, Sonic. No, you can't. Right, into there. Into there. And let me just quickly drop in some signals real quick. So into there. And what I'll do between these, we'll do one there, just so a train can come in and out. One there, one there. Now, we don't need any end stations or crissy-crossies, because none of them are being treated as end stations. The only way they'll be treated as end stations is on the cargo sides. So I don't need to worry about that on the passenger side. So I'm just doing it very vaguely, these signals. It allows the train to kind of stack slightly and do what it needs to do. So that's treated as an end one because we're at the end here. But I'll throw you in just there so one can come through and do what it needs to do. So that's all done. Okay, let me delete that road. That's now all done. The only thing left is, because we're going to have traffic issues, 100% we will. We've seen it before in the past. Is I'm going to create a couple of crissy-crossy routes like this. Just around the stations. And then allow the towns to do the rest for us. Okay, we're going to allow the towns to do the rest for us. Right, there we go. In. Down. Keep it going. Beautiful. How many more train stations do I have left to do? Oh, I've still got a few more to go. Oh, now I'm regretting my decision with doing so many. Nah, it's going to be good. I'm not regretting it, guys. This is going to be absolutely 8 on this one line. That's going to add a huge percentage boost for us right now. So, yes, they are close together, but let's just see what happens. So, commercial then, we need food, we need materials, construction materials. So, on huge, we drop our first one in. Hot damn. Next one. So I'm centralizing it to the train station. Keep it going, keep it going. Yes, they're very close together. I can't express this. I know they're close together, but I'm tricking the game into thinking there's more towns than what there is. So I'm hoping we get away with this. And being so close together, they already connect to one another without me having to do any road connections. So this is also pretty good. Pretty good. Right, that's now in. There is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 towns, cities, I should say, on this one line. This is slightly going to be a bit wild. Now, I haven't done any of the cargo routes yet. I'm going to leave that for now and just kind of see how we first get on. What I now need to do is go through the line that does come in here, which is line 16, manage the line that goes back and forth to over here. So after 1, as it then travels down, We get it to stop at this station. And then here. And then here. And here. And here. Here. There. And that is the last one. Now, as it comes out of here at number 13, before it repeats back what it needs to do, we then add a stop here. And we just keep it going until we get to the very end. So a lot of stops because there's now a lot of stations because we've got a lot of towns. But remember, 270, 110. Okay, so I don't need to do the last one. It's already set up. So 270 is that number is the number that will increase with the public transportation. I've now got to create a road that connects in so they can drive here to increase that number. So all I do with this, and it's fairly easy and simple to do, I'm going to bring it to there. And do you reckon I should just kind of hit them with the shabam straight away? Why don't we hit them with the shabam straight away? Like that. Maybe not. It's not that close. Right, keep it simple. There's nothing dramatic I've got to do. So just press play. Let them now recalculate these brand new additional connections that they can get to. Let me actually get this new line here. Oh, I've got to add a train. I've got to add a train depot to it now, don't I? Where's the best place to do the train depot? Probably just about here, isn't it? Because I need to duplicate some more trains now. Because all of a sudden we've got an extremely high number of connections. Well, that goes into that one. And grab you, manage the line real quick. I'm going to duplicate the same amount. And then because we've got more, I'll duplicate it again. Right, a lot of trains now coming out. So 270, 110. That's what we got to remember. So that number's now increasing. This number should start increasing a little bit slower, but it should start increasing as well. As we've got all these brand new destinations that private transport can reach, which means the residents driving their own vehicles to those towns. Now, the only downside is I'm not feeding these 8 cities yet with any goods, so they won't grow to like the sizes these are that are currently being fed by the goods. So we've already increased it by 10%. So once these go up 10% at a time, it makes our final number really, really, really big. It's now plus 500. So 270, 110 is what the number is. Oh, we were at 2,500 in city size already. So that will just take time for it to kind of reach those figures. We will just slowly take time to reach those figures. So we're just going to let it just trickle along, do what it's got to do right now. So our bus lines on this one side do extend. We're going to take these bus lines here and extend that way. And we need to figure out a naming system for all our lines because you guys are getting triggered right now that I'm not naming any lines. So we're going to extend these ones here, the 2 yellow ones, and I'm going to show you the naming system that I'm going to utilize. So you can all get off my back, son, okay? Snake, you fool. Right. This one here will go there and there. We then go there and there. We then go there and there. And do I extend by one more just to get that next station? Or should I just keep it to there for now? I reckon we'll just keep it from there for now. Oh, that was not in the right place, is it? Slightly messed up there, didn't I, boys? There and there. There and there. Right, so let me just extend these lines. So that line right now, manage the line. So starting at, number 20 is coming back. So you can see there, Church Lane. So add a station. We'll go up to here. 21. Is that on the right side? Oh, hold on. No. So is it number 1 then? No, 20 will be there. No, I'm right. So add station here, which will be number 1. And that would go, yeah, that heads straight. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I'm doing it right. But these aren't playing ball. To here. Right, stop going on the other side, you fool. To there, and then back again. And then that becomes back to 1. After 26, 1, off we go again. So that extends where I need to go. Let me just do this one as well. And then you get an idea of how this is now going to work. So 6. So after 6 becomes the new number 7. Which is also now doing the wrong sides. The new number 8. There we go. So change you. And the new number 9. So change you. And it flips back on itself. And that's the really easy and simple system of how we extend the bus lines. So them ones now go the full distance through 3 loops, which is really good to see. So if I base falls down here being the center point, anything down this way is minus, anything that way is plus. So this here, if I was to rename this, right, if I was to rename this, we're going to do bus, hold on, bus H, meaning horizontal, bus H, and this will be -1, okay? So then I pick the other one and then rename this bus H. Oh, hang on, let me see if I can spell it right. Oh my goodness me. Bus H +1. So in my lines, that's how I'm going to kind of now name them. You can see minuses, and then the next yellow one here will be bus H -2, -3, -4, -5, +1, +2, +3, +4. And then these red ones will be bus vertical V, bus V -1, 2, 3, then bus V +1, 2, 3. That's how I'm going to name the bus systems, okay? The bus loop, the train loops, different question altogether. We don't talk about those right now. We don't talk about those right now. Now, do we need more buses on this loop here? I feel like we're going to. Well, I'll just duplicate them the same amount and just get through those numbers. So it's something we have to keep consciously trying to do every episode, is extend the bus systems. Now, it was 270, 110. It's now 300, 110. That's crazy already, isn't it? So this number hasn't increased enough to go up an extra 10%, but that number is still rapidly rising. We are still skyrocketing with the city growth, and we've added an extra 100 residents on since the start of the episode already. So that's really, really, really good to see. So I think I'm not gonna do this side just yet. We'll see where it plateaus with this extension to begin with. Now, there's already a lot of people wanting to get to these stations. Trains are definitely going to be super busy. Now, one thing I can also do to encourage more connectivity is creating additional bus routes that bring people around the town to their station, because this is as far as the station reaches. I can increase more public transportation numbers by allowing them to get to the outer sides of their own towns and cities. So there's still lots of ways in which I can milk every single % out of this. Now, this line in question that comes in, it has a total of 13 trains. Now, this line, which has a lot more towns and cities, has a total of 12. So I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more trains, because it's got more towns and cities, which means more passengers. Granted, not the current size of those other cities, but they will be at some point in the future. We're just going to add more trains on, because there is a lot of people waiting at some of these stations right now. A lot of people waiting, so we need more trains coming in and out. And that should be enough. Right, let's do the 2 bus routes that go vertical, and then we'll name those +1 and -1. So which ones are they? They are this one and this one here. So these two here that end there. So after you, we do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and this is going to extend over by 1. So there's a lot more bus stops we're going to be adding on these ones then. Bam, 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 and bam. And obviously we're going to extend them all the way up this way as well. So those two there, this next one goes here. And how far can we take this? Does this go all the way to the next one? Oh, it's going to be stopping just there. So here it is here. I got to get right into the road just so I can visually see it. And there and there. Right, glorious, but this is going to be quite a pain right now to extend these ones because you've got to do it both sides. But it's a very, 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 very long bus route. Now, there's more tiles going that way than there is this way, which is why it feels like there's more stops. It's probably why there's an extra stop on either end. There's more tiles going left to right than up and down, or up and down than left and right, depending on which way you kind of look at it. Or depends on which way you kind of look at it. So, let me do this one. This line. Manage the line. So 14's that side. So after 14 here, add station. And we're going up on this one side there. So that works straight away. That's worked straight away. So have you. So have you. Then stop there. And then we're heading back. So that's actually worked out without me having to do anything. Not like the other side. And then we get to number 7. So number 7 there. Add the next stop. So 7, 8, 9. Oh, okay. So the first one to mess up. 10. And 11. Turn it round to 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. That's now all beautifully set up. So that would be now renamed Bus V and oh, hello, get back here. Bus V plus 1. Okay? And then the next one to the right of it will be Bus V plus 2. And then the one I'm about to do right now will be minus 1 because 0 is centered. You kind of get what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to do it like as if I'm doing time zones, but we don't have a 0 one. If that makes sense. Now, we've got a lot of buses on that one. Probably going to need a lot more after this, as we've extended it so long. But I feel like that's probably as... I mean, depending on how big Falls Town goes, depends on how much bigger we extend it. But let's just do this other side now. It's actually really simple and easy to do, as long as you just kind of have a little bit of patience while doing it. So after 14... that will become 15, 16, 17. Oh, I did 2 there. I didn't mean to. 17, and then finally 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and then back to 1. So over here then, so from 7, exactly the same, it's pretty much identical to what we've done on the other side. So 7 becomes 8, 9, which messes up there. Again, this is like mirror imaging what just happened on the other side. 10, 11, which is on the wrong side. 12, 13, 14, 50. And there's number 16. So I quickly rename this then. So bus V minus 1. There we go. It should be now a lot easier for us, as I slowly choke, to understand the name, not only the naming system, but just where the bus lines are running in general. You know what I mean? it should be a lot more easier for us to see. So we'll do a couple every episode and just see how far we can get. And eventually we'll have a whole crisscross pattern of bus routes going everywhere. You can get on the, if you need to go from there to here, you can hop on the bus, goes all the way to there, switches there to come all the way down. It just, so much easier. Or hop on a train, whatever's easier and quicker for you. So it should be easy to now see what line is then overloaded more than the others, and be able to transport more passengers to more of these stations. Right, 270, 110 was the numbers. So that's gone up 50%. That's gone up 10%. So we've gained an extra 60% in city growth by adding more towns on. And we've almost grown the residents an extra 200 since the start of the episode. Boys, this is terrifying, isn't it? Now, with all the growth, it does mean we're going to need more stuff being delivered. At the moment, it's okay. I don't mind being 70% away from 100% because the maximum on these is going to be 100%. I could deliver 1,000, but as the city grows, it just wants more and more. If this ever goes below 50%, these two numbers, that's when I'm like, okay, we need to sort out the cargo a bit more. But I'm a little bit lenient on this. I will be a little bit more lenient on this because that will also fluctuate up to 80% as well. 50% we got an issue. 70% we're okay. 80% fine. These are the numbers that can make the biggest changes. Look at that. Oh my goodness me. 60% up just on public transportation alone. So that's now 70 we've gained just from those two numbers. Wild, isn't it? So we just got to double check that we're not losing out on all the trains. Because the trains coming in and out right now is like this one's got almost full. It could be a case of where I still do not have enough capacity. Which is another interesting one, isn't it? All right, let's fast forward. I've got fast forward now on the go. Let's see how far we can kind of slightly push this. All right, trains are moving. How many do you pick up? Because the bulk of the passengers there, it normally happens like that. You get like a load of passengers here and here and here. Then that dies down. Then eventually that dies down. Then eventually that dies down. And then we're back to normal. So I think we're almost there anyway. Same with these as well. We got the bulk of the passengers. These will have the most amount of passengers waiting. Well, it depends on when you pick them up. Because a lot of them are going to be full on the way in. But that should pick up a few people right now. And then there should be another train at some point, which is just here now leaving. That will pick up a few more. So, not stressed about that anyway. I'm not worried one bit. Not worried one bit. So, we can... The city's planning to grow up to 4,000 almost. Yeah, like, and I said before, the only thing stopping it from growing to 4,000 is just me giving it time to be able to get there. Because that's a really, really big number it's jumped up to. But to get to it, you got to give it time because it only grows in certain amounts at certain periods. So you got to give it some time, boys. That's all you can do is just play the waiting game. But I've got all my cargo stuff situated anyway. Anything jumping out of us that looks a little bit funky, you could argue the building materials is going that way slightly. That's just going to grow this way naturally anyway. But I don't think I'm worried at the minute with cargo. I think that's going to be okay. It's more just making sure that the passengers are able to reach all the passenger coverage. More than anything. I think that's more mainly what I'm going to be focusing on. So, should we take a look at sorting out the cargo on this then? Finally getting some cargo deliveries from this side. Growing these towns, creating more passengers, more destinations, more percentage growth for Falls Town? I think the answer is yes. The answer is yes. We'll do it on the inner side. So this probably will now see us having some issues with running the train lines. Unless we can kind of get out. It's going to delete a lot of buildings, but each one we have to implement a crisscross because we're going to have a multitude of train lines and each one's going to be basically treated as an end stop. As a train comes in and then comes back out. I've deleted some really big skyscrapers there. Did you see them? Apparently the slope is too steep on that. There is no slope. It's complete flat land. What are these lies and propagandas that you're spreading about the gloriousness of my mega cities? Apparently it's too much of a slope. Stop lying. Who are you kidding right now? Who are you kidding right now? Alright, there we go. Now, because we've got 8 cities on this one, there's going to be more cargo than we would normally get. Alright, it's weird that you got to build it in small segments just to make it fit and work. So, yeah, we're going to see some of these towns right now slightly die in size, but they're going to grow so big with what I'm doing. Alright, there we go. It's like you have to build that one slightly over to drag it all the way down. Oh, we managed to keep that skyscraper, and that's a win for us right there, isn't it, boys? You got to take those wins when you can. You got to take those wins when you can. Alright, straight across. Right, we've lost that big skyscraper. Oh, this is the last one. Let me get my crisscrossing just here. Alright, it's a no to that at the minute. Make it a little bit bigger then. Right, stop lying. There's no slope. This is flat land. Full. Right, last one. There we go. There we go, go. So this is going to cause the majority of all the pains, because that's going to be merged within this. Now, I'm wondering if I can... Right, we're going to have to experience some issues here. Let me just delete you, delete you, delete you. Oh, I can drag it straight out, which is great. Right, let me just situate the road back in. Right, they're way too close. I think it's mainly this being the issue. Right, it will grow back. It will grow back. Alright, bring you down like that. You're straight there. Straight there. That will do us. That will do us. Provided I can get the crisscross in here. Oh, don't play these games. Right, I'll go a little bit longer. Yes. Right, back into play mode, because that's now all done. Okay, that's now all done. This just now has to merge into this, so I'm going to delete from here. There we go. And if I just drag this... No, I'm going to have to bring this first down. So if I brought this roughly to there... How does that fit? Okay. And then run this all the way up. All the way up to there. Right. Of course, we've got to drop in some signals. We've got a crisscross happening just here. So let's just do the signals real quick. I might put auto sig on. So if I just put you there. And then drop you there. Does that do my auto sig? Wait, what? Where's my auto sig? Huh? Right. Right, that's done it on that. Wait, hold on. Right, that's now done auto sig. I don't know what was going on there. But I don't need it now on all of this. I don't need it all on this. So there. to there. And then it's a case of there to there. There. Because there's going to be so many trains running down this. I'm hoping this is all going to work. To there. There. To there. Oh, how many more have I got to go? Oh, wrong side. There. To there. Right, that's the last one. Oh, that was painful, wasn't it? What's going to be even more painful right now is building all these lines and not giving them names. That's going to be the true pain, boys. Deal with it. Right. Oh, do you know what I haven't done? Cargo stops on any of these platforms. Oh, you fool. Platforms. So we have to just do this one for now. Configure. I forgot about that. Ah, I said that was a future problem. Guess what, guys? It's the future. It's a problem. Oh, you fool, Sediak. You fool right now. Alright, platforms, man. I'm only going to do the one, because it'll be a long time before I implement the other cargo on the opposite side. There we go. There we go. Right, back in business. So, add stations here to here. Utilizing both sides. Only one side on that one. Another new line here to there. Utilizing both sides. Right, this should be fairly easy to do. Oh my goodness me. That's going to have so much more demand now coming from it. It really is. We might have to just kind of reevaluate the supply it's getting. It could be okay though, because it's not currently demanding as much as it's going to be demanding. And that's the last one, isn't it? So we should have, coming from this, lines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. Your line 6, 7, 11, 12. That's so confusing. That's so confusing, isn't it? Right, so it's because I've now renamed some lines. It's all now changing. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the building, aren't I? Right, there we go. So we now need to buy 8 trains. Electric. Cargo. They're going to be carrying construction materials, so you need a flat car with side stakes. We'll just do 100 capacity to begin with. I need 8 of them. Okay, so first one, line 6, line 7, line 11, line 12, line, is it then line 59, 60, 61, and the last one 62. Okay. So it's got a bunch of lines which we now pick up from, which is glorious. So these are now start demanding more. They're currently not all of them have got the goods, but they now start to upgrade to demand more. We've got a lot of quarries over here which are not currently providing their current supply, so I think we're okay. I think we'll be okay. So that will now make them all grow a bit more. Do I need more trains? I still feel like I need more trains here on this line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, I'm adding 4 more trains on right now on that line. See what happens. Yeah, because a lot of people waiting there. Probably more than 4, to be honest with you. It's the other downside of the cities growing so big. You can't find the reference number you need because the reference number's getting bigger and bigger. But 270, 110. You guys remember that? We are now plus 80. Still plus 110. Because not many people want to physically drive all that distance. Right, where have we got issues? No electric path. What are you talking about, no electric path? Where are you going, by the way? Turn around. Go home. Why can't you go home? Well, the signals are working. What do you mean, no electric path? It's electric. It's high speed. What do you mean? What do you mean? Right, that was really, really weird. That was really weird. Wait, what is going on? Wait, the same train's having the... Oh. Do you think it's because I put the cargo platform on the wrong side? It needs to go up to the top. Hold on. Hold on. And then it stops there. Let me just double check. Does what it's got to do, then can turn... Oh. Right. We're going to have that issue on every platform. I've never had that issue before in all my life playing this game. Never had that issue before in my life. But do you reckon I should do it to all of them, or do you reckon I should only do it to the ones that pop up as an issue? You know what I mean? Because I might not need to do it to all the stations. And I'm kind of deleting areas where bigger buildings could have grown. I'll see. I'll see what happens. Right, a lot of goods on the platforms right now. We're probably worth us also adding in the larger cargo buildings to hold more goods. So that is 80. So this gives more warehouse capacity. I know. Smaller boys being squeezed in. More warehouse capacity so it doesn't delete too much of the guts. Right. They're now all leveling up as well. So that'll make a huge difference to that line, by the way. It really will. It really will. Right, so how's Town now doing? It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Those charts are skyrocketing. We are now getting our industry about to cover the brand new station, which was quite far out when I first placed it down. It's now on the, feels like the edge. So is this one as well. Buildings are starting to cover around it and this, but that one was always getting covered anyway. But that's made a huge difference right now of our city growth. So we've gone from 2,450. We've added an extra 300 residents onto the city in just this episode alone. Those charts are now booming. It's a big snowball effect. It's now got bigger, bigger, and bigger. Right. Trains are coming in and out right now. We've got a lot of trains stopping and starting. You're now getting past, allowing you to move. So it's just getting through the backlog. There's a lot of trains that are going to pick up a lot of people. Oh yeah, that train's full. That train's full. That train's full. There we go, got another issue. Right, have I done it to you? Wait, I've done it to you. Oh, maybe it's a case of I now need to delete this so I don't stop at this one. And I put it back down to a passenger. Yeah, maybe that's what the issue is. I don't know, but we'll do it as it pops up, the issues. Is this one going to be okay? This one's coming into here. It's going to choose to stop early. It could be that the crisscross is a little bit too close on the previous one. And that one's okay to go straight back out. Maybe. But like I said, I'll do it as the issues arise. Right, trains are backlogged here. But then again, there's no signals leading all the way in. No wonder that they're literally backlogged. Alright, we'll do a set there. Set there. Set there. Going right into the station. Right, that will then move them all along. No, I shouldn't have that backlog anymore. Should not have that backlog anymore. Off they go, boys. Off they go. We should get all the movement now happening. Just got to give them time to now just skedaddle out of here. This is amazing, boys. This is getting real good right now. So bus V1, I might throw in 1, 2, 3, 4 more buses. There we go. There's a lot of people on these platforms right now that need to be picked up, but that's all dependent on how many people get picked up at the other ones. But we're slowly getting there. These stations are becoming more busy right now as, in somewhat, they're able to reach a few little areas, but they're also able to reach the bus stops as well, which is quite important. Like these ones here, a lot of people will now get off this because they can transfer over to the bus stops, which is quite important. So it works out. It looks pretty good. Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Right. Now that we've got more trains coming in, that should then slowly get rid of this backlog of people waiting at this station. So do I need to apply the same logic? I feel like in the middle here, we could also benefit from another set of signals just there to get an extra train or two moving along if needs be. We've got a signal there anyway, but the crisscross is there, so I can't do it there coming back. So how it's set up right now, it's perfectly fine. So this train here leaving, not particularly filled to the brim. This train leaving here. Okay, this one, provided it doesn't pick too many people up here, will take a big chunk out of people at this station. So it's slowly now happening. Oh, I would never have thought these train lines would be as busy and as crazy as they currently are. So that's picking up 82. So he's got over 100 people that can be picked up at the next stop. There's currently 570 odd at the minute. So it's just a case now these extra trains getting here quicker, it will now start picking up the backlog of passengers. So this coming out will now, again, have a lot of people on board. So that way I'll take a lot of people back on the next one. And that's how we slowly then pick everybody up from here. So that's numbers dropped down dramatically with over 100. This is going to have over 100 people that it can pick up on the next stop as well. And assuming this one is also going to leave with over 100 empty seats as well. And then before you know it, it's picked up everybody who's currently backlogging this area. So you'll be able to see it right now happen. In they come. And a big chunk of people will now get picked up. And it's no longer in the blue. And then that next train ticking along will also pick up a bunch of people as well. So that's how we're going to get through those backlogs. And it's the same reason or same way or what's going to happen with all these stops as well. There's just so many people that need to get picked up. And it'll be all evenly spaced out a bit better as well. So there won't be so much stopping and starting going on. But we've got the road connection in, if needed. How is traffic anyway? Road traffic. I think they're able to utilize multiple tracks of road to get where they need to get to. It's you could argue it's bad in some areas, but other areas it's completely fine and okay. Having additional connections for the road will play a big part in alleviating traffic, but it's not as bad as it was over here. I mean, this is still pretty bad. What you could do is outer train lines running down, and that's maybe where we can run a line down this way, and that's how we alleviate pressures. So this outer line here, I could get this to kind of turn and run down the back end of all of this. And then that takes a lot of pressure off this line, which I'm having to throw so many trains on right now to pick people up. So you can kind of see in many ways in which and how this, and the reason why I've built this as I've built it, because it will be able to alleviate and so many pressures and be just super efficient. Right, that's now just completely, ultimately got rid of a lot of people. So we're back in business now. We're back in business. Right, so Foolstown, you've gained over 300 new residents in this episode alone. We've gained plus 80 on public transportation, plus 10 on private. And these numbers are just generally increasing anyway. I don't think there's any stress with those at the moment. So, another episode down, boys, and the expansions are looking crazy. So I don't think we need to do anything in the centre of Foolstown for a while. Apart from obviously extending the bus lines. Other than that, there's nothing that we really need to do that's imminent. So why don't we next episode then? Why don't we look towards building a secondary line on the outer end? I might actually do it with these first, because these have been here the longest. They're the more established towns. This is the radius, if I can click the station, to where you can reach. So if I can build there, it will then hopefully allow the towns to build a little bit bigger. Who knows? Who actually knows right now? This could be fairly interesting. So we'll end it here, boys. Our big mega city is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as we speak. Looking absolutely amazing right now. Still going to add a few little buses in here and there and all that kind of jazz, but when I add other routes so they can take alternative routes, things might change dramatically for us in that front as well. We'll end it here, guys. Before we do, if you want to, money means nothing to us in this series, but if you want to see how much cash we're actually now making, we've had a record income year of 1.53 billion. Not bad. Not bad. And we've only literally this year alone started to turn a profit on the road network. Let that sink in right now. That's crazy. That is actually crazy. So guys, we'll end it here. Hope you did enjoy this as the town gets bigger and bigger and bigger. This is a huge city growth in this episode alone. Look at that. Nice little growth and then vroom, straight to the moon, baby. Straight to the moon. Until next time, I will see you all soon. So goodbye.